Today, from Oklahoma City, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports. Joe Burrow and the Oklahoma City Nighthawks taking on Trey Lance and the Philadelphia Eagles.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
From the 35 on second down, Lance. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Lance. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
That is one heck of a catch right there. Got his eye on it the whole way and able to make the grab one-handed. Very nicely done, and for a nice chunk of yardage, too.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the gun, it's Lance. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. Montgomery back to the ground. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
They run. Montgomery. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Lance looking to throw it. Open man is Howard, the tight end.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line.
Touchdown, Eagles! Robbie Anderson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. With another return now, here's Westbrook. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now it's Burrow. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. First carry for Carlos Hyde. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll run high. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Now Hyde running right. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. The quick slant caught. Westbrook, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Nighthawks are an extra point away from drawing level.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their second drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
That confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Lance going to throw. That's caught by Howard. A gain of 6 there on first. From midfield, here's Lance. Over the middle to Smith.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, it's Lance. Over the middle, complete. That's Woods. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. But those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd and 10, Lance. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. These two teams all tied after one. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. And Lance now to throw. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to about the 19. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Patterson's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Now Carlos Hyde gears up to take the field again. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started. At the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Burrow will throw. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Hyde. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3 and out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation, pick up the 1st down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
So following the run by Hyde, here's 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. And back to the ground. Hyde. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the counter, this is Hyde. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. Two of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Montgomery. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Following the penalty, Montgomery. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 54 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Second and 14. Here's Lance to throw it. Quick slant here to Smith. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. Working from the gun. Lance goes right back to Smith again. And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Running for it, Montgomery. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And as a result, possession switches hands. Here's Hyde as they begin on the ground. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Burrow's throw taken in by Slayton. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy. Yeah,
we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A 10th carry for Hyde. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. From the 31, Burrow. This one caught by Ridley. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 19. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. The open man is Westbrook. A gain of 6 there on first. Second and 4. Now it's Burrow. And it's caught. Touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his first touchdown on the year. And the Nighthawks have retaken the lead. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. With it on the return now, here's Westbrook. And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. A give running right, it's high. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 67 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Hyde. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Here we go. 13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Now Burrow. Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Burrow looking to pass. He looks underneath, and he finds Hyde. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Pete Werner gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow, he's got Slayton on the slant. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Burrow. He finds his running back, Hyde. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. From the gun, a give to Hyde. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A give to Hyde out of the gun. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On the give, this is Singletary. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
Here we go. And the Eagles with a dime look. 6 DBs on 3rd down. Looking to throw. And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. Boswell's kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. Looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. All things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. Happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Off the option, here's Montgomery.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And Lance's throw is caught here by Anderson. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. Despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Well, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 76 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a run with Montgomery, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Lance. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Nothing flashy there. The slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys because it's a quick play, and you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch, and he's able to absorb the contact to complete it.
3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Lance. And he fires one incomplete. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now Lance. And he finds Montgomery complete. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And it'll be 4th down.
The whole idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not one bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
And let's look at Carlos Hyde now. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case, may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Back to throw here. And it's complete, right back to Ridley. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They go play action with Burrow. That ball caught by Slayton. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Darius Slayton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Nighthawks are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. But that makes this a 2-score ball game. And, you know, the way this thing has been going, Charles, 2 scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, that's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium throughout this game. So you have to wonder, is this going to be too much for them to overcome?
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. And Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, you know, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. And he finds Howard complete. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Here's Lance. And yet again, it's Howard with a catch. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
Good protection there on 3rd down. This is just a simple flip to his tight end outside the numbers, and he's able to haul it in and pick up the 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And Lance going to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Caught by Montgomery. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's just what you call a chain mover right there. Nothing fancy. Get the ball out to the back, and you're asking him to make a little bit extra out of maybe what is nothing. And he does exactly that, picks up the 1st down. I can't wait till we get to the point, partner, where we're not saying chain mover, but we're saying laser pointer picks it up for the 1st down.
2 1st downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Lance looking to throw it. That'll be taken in by Anderson. Showed the nice footwork and then hit and dropped shy of the 45. Again, it's Lance. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. And Lance now to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And they'll go for it. Lance. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And as a result, possession switches hands. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Burrow will throw. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been excellent. 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Burrow. That's complete to Slayton. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Well, they didn't fall behind any further thanks to that missed field goal, but still staring at this 4th quarter deficit. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lance, he finds his tight end Howard. That's complete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. from the gun. Lance. This one swung out to Montgomery. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Shotgun now for Lance. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17. From the 17, Lance. That's caught by Howard. That catch good for 5. It's third down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And the Eagles are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. Lance looks to throw again. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. Pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. With it on the return now, here's Westbrook. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays. You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand. They'll try to wind down some clock with Hyde. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They run it again with Hyde. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Another tote for the afternoon workhorse. It's Hyde. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Here's Johnny Hecker now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the home team here, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.